So before I start this video, I'm just going to refer you to watch this other video. Just click in this upper corner here and it'll take you to my other video explaining how I wired in a electrical protection system into my trailer. I hardwired it in instead of having the plug-in type at the pedestal to protect my electrical system. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch it please, and then come back to this video and watch a problem I found at this campground we're at. Thanks a lot, everybody. So we're camping at Redwood River Resort. It's a nice place. We've been here like 3 times. The first time we came, I didn't have a surge protection system on my trailer, and didn't notice any power issues. And the second time we came, I noticed that we were having it kick out because of low voltage. It was getting down to 103 volts, and then it'd kick out. Then the power would come back up and reset automatically, and then go kick out. It could do it several times a day. And I see that nobody's here right now. My power is 116 volts, I think it is, and it's been running around 110 when people have been camped all this area here. It looks like on this line we're at the end of the line on power. So I'm going to go here and show you. We're at site 16. So if you go here and look up, I'm going to try and get this focused in. I don't know. I hope it comes in. Shows the power coming in. Let me go over here a little closer. That sun's right at the camera. There. So it shows the power coming in here. The wires aren't too big. And it comes down the tree to this box, and then it looks like right here there's a ground that goes into the ground. So we're at the end of the line. So if I follow this wire down, it's going through this campsite. The wire size up there is staying about the same. Going down here to this site. This one's interesting. So the wires up there are about the same size running through the trees, but then it drapes down here, and there's smaller lines right here. And you go over here, it's in the trees. There's a big cluster there of wires. It comes over to this one, and it goes down here. And then if you go back up in the tree where it comes in, goes down here. This other one. And wires come in here. There. And then it comes down, so it looks like, so we're at the end of the line. All these people, when they're here drawing power, these wires aren't sufficient to carry all the power to all these units. So then you get a low voltage because everybody's drawing on it. There's not enough power supplying this area. There are some other areas that I see have 50 amp hookups, where these are 30 amp, and they look like they have a heavier wire coming into the sights compared to this one. So for people saying, oh, I don't need some type of surge protection or power protection for low or high voltages, I highly recommend it, because the power was getting below 103 volts, and that'll start frying stuff like your refrigerator or any electronics you got. So I'm lucky we have it. We still really like this campsite, campground, and we've come here several times, and we'll be coming here in the future. There's big redwood trees here and river down there. I just want to say, not all sites are wired this way. Like I said, there's some 50 amp sites here, and there are some areas where the wires are going underground, where it looks like they've updated things, and they all don't run off that one line that I showed you. There are lines running all over this campground up in the air, and then there are some down below. So it's not all sites. It looks like the back sites and some of the other sites here have a different wiring that may be more modernized. So it might be just these sites here, and that I'm at site 16. So we're camping right now at a KOA campground in Manchester, California, on the coast, north of Point Arena. And we pulled in our site and hooked up our power, and I'll show you here, to a 30 amp connection here, right there. And as soon as we hooked it up, we got a low voltage alarm on our protection system, and it's going around 96 volts. The protection system will kick out if the voltage gets under 103 on it. And we booked the site a while ago, and we picked this specific site, and they has cable and water and sewer too, full hookups. And when we booked it, and the place is full this weekend, so they can't move us, so we're kind of stuck. The maintenance guys came here and pulled this whole pedestal apart, which I'll show you pictures in a minute of the guy working on it. And he worked on he had this thing completely apart, replaced the breakers, the plug, check connections, and it looks like maybe the bus bar is bad on it, so not allowing enough voltage to go through. So what they're gonna do is they got to order a new pedestal and replace the whole thing, and they'll have to shut down a portion of the park to fix it. So let me show you what the low voltage looks like on my monitor inside. Before we go inside, I want to show you, here's where the power comes into the trailer. I have it wired up into here, and I'll put a link in the description below of when I installed this unit, the Progressive Industries Smart Surge Protection System. And then so what happens with this, if I get a low voltage or high voltage, this will kick out to protect our system, and then when the voltage is correct again, it will kick back on. So it automatically kicks on and off for voltage, high and low. And then there's a wire that goes off of this and goes into my monitor inside, which I'll show you right now. Coming inside here to look at my monitor, it's showing error 4, which is low voltage, 103 volts. And so here's my chart. E4 is low voltage. So it's showing 103, but it gets down to 97, 96 volts. So you can see that we got low voltage here. So I'm back outside. I've unplugged the 30 amp service here and plugged into extension cord that I carry on the trailer. It's a 10 gauge wire, and it's got my adapter to go into it. I'll show you how back here, and it's about 100 feet. I'm glad I carry it. And then ran it over to the neighbor's site, which they're coming in today, so hopefully they don't have a problem with this. KOA said it's not a problem. So I just plugged it into the regular outlet here, and then the neighbors can plug into the 30 amp, and there shouldn't be any problems with their trailer blowing the breaker here, because they're on separate breakers, and when they go to use power, we shouldn't have any problems. And all I'm running is like a refrigerator and not the electric water heater, because if I run too much, this one is only 15 amp and this is 30, so I'll have to be careful what I use. So I'm glad I keep this orange, not orange but yellow cord with me, because what I do sometimes if we're camping out or we're boondocking, I can put my generator way away from the trailer, so you won't hear it so much. So now let's go inside and I'll see what the voltage is now. Back inside here, we have 0 errors, 121 volts, 6 amps were drawn, 60 hertz. So it's all good. And we went over this with the KOA maintenance guy. And so we're fortunate we're able to be plugged into the neighbor's site right now. So I'm back outside again, and this is their dog park. It's a nice place, kind of foggy here, which is nice, it's cool. Here's our site, and here's the other ones here. They have a lot of cabins to rent and tent sites too, people can rent. So this is just another reminder how important it is to have a protection system on your trailer. And I've camped here before, never had any problems. And it's funny that out of all the campsites I picked, I'm not sure there's hookup sites, there's probably about 50 of them, that I would pick one that has bad power. So let's just hope that these people that come in where my cord runs aren't upset with the yellow cord here. The lady at the counter said that she'll let them know that there shouldn't be a problem, so with it being hooked in there. So for people that are saying I've never had a problem and I don't need any kind of a protection system, from what I've seen, this is probably the 4th or 5th campsite that we've had electrical problems at, and with the voltage at 96 volts, if you get low, and if I didn't have the protection system, we'd definitely be frying things in the trailer. So take care everybody, and have fun and happy camping.